not knowing really where to start. And that was me that was me 2 years ago and not really knowing where to start, how to approach artists and stuff. And this is just like our journey in it so far. We won't say it's not the perfect blueprint, it's not the perfect model, it's just like sharing our experience on going through this, like bringing an idea that the Lord has laid on our heart, from writing it out in a 200-page Word document to bringing it to life with actual inked comic panels and artwork and just bringing it together. So, first series that we want to chat about is the mainline series of Kedoshim Studios, which is Intercession. So, Intercession, the official synopsis of it, is essentially taking the various Hebrew words that are ascribed to an aspect of God's character and turning them into marquee superheroes. So you have Jehovah Rapha, Jehovah Nisi, Jehovah Siskinu, those words, which is taking just the aspect of that word and making a superhero out of it. So for Jehovah Rapha within the universe, just giving a quick example, Rapha within the universe, where the word Rapha means healer. So within the universe, Rapha is based off of my younger sister, who was in her second year of nursing. Our mother went through the full breast cancer journey 5 years ago. And from that, when her first assignment was to do a paragraph on why she wants to be a nurse. And she credits our mother's breast cancer journey and just the experience that she saw from that, and particularly from the oncology nurses who, in those dire times, the way they cheered us up while we were there and that worry and stuff, and that inspired her to go into nursing. And after getting that 2-paragraph, just when she shared that 2-paragraph page with us, I was like, that's going to be a character. So I took it and I reworked it into Rapha. It is made, right now I'll throw up some, we're recording this live, but you guys would see Justin's time lapse of how he formally concepted the character, as well as Marjan. The word Marjan means shield. So Marjan personifies, basically, I am a one-trick tank main in every single video game I play. So Marjan is characters like Reinhardt, all my Destiny Titan builds put together in one, plus the Lord is my shield and strong tower put it to one. So that is essentially the character concepts of Intercession and what you will be getting from Intercession. Currently we have six characters plus one. There was one that Ken and I have a rule that, just from something that we see as well in our space, is too much pinups and not enough books sometimes. Where people spend a lot of art for pinups, and we see pinups for characters that look really cool, but we're like 3 years into a book series and we haven't seen the character. So I can tell you, one time Intercession has 16 characters in a Word document, but we're not allowed to really concept any character. That's a personal rule I placed, just with budget and everything, that we don't concept characters that aren't going to appear in the book, because you have a lot of pinups and it's a lot of fluff, but really no substance for people to get into. It's just like eye candy on the Instagram, but not anything that people could really, nothing tangible, because it's like we're working on budgets and people's time and stuff. Is like not gonna just pin up concept a lot of characters, and we're years off of even our issue 1 going. So Intercession has 6 characters, all based off of that major concept, and Ken and Justin are the creators of the characters, so they're gonna share a bit of each design. We're gonna go through them one by one on just where the thought process and stuff for those characters came from, and yeah. So any thoughts anyone wants to add before we go into just in general about intercession?
Yeah, if you don't mind, if I can. Oh no, go ahead, Imani, go ahead, go after you.
When you mentioned Xavier that you would play Magan because he's like you play what is it, tank all the time. I was just thinking in my head, I already know if this is a game, when this gets turned into a game, that Anya is gonna be my main because she's a support hero. She has her bow and arrow, and I'm a mercy main when it comes to playing Overwatch. I have a thing on my shelf back there, but yeah, definitely be a support like Anya.
He's awesome. I mean, I think I told you as well that because I code my games and I have definitely put a limit on not turning. I mean, I broke that rule last year, December, for the demo of not turning characters into video game characters and not get sidetracked from parables and Set Apart. Broke that rule a little bit in December, but we tracking along nicely. Justin, you could say what you gonna add.
Yeah. I wanted to just say that discipline, man. I'm really encouraged by that because it's true, and I can say that for myself. And this is the reason why I've been wanting to really put my efforts into my graphic novel, is that it's real easy to display these cool concept and these characters and these pinups, but if you don't have nothing to support those drawings or those, like you said, those pinups, I feel like you're gonna lose not only yourself in that, because it's easy to just draw the character, it looks awesome, but if you have no story behind it, you're not gonna have anyone that can really hold to the character, you know what I mean? Because it's just an image. But I love what you said, man, that when you add a story to it and you're disciplining yourself, because man, there's like just like that mindset of there's all these characters I want to draw, but if I don't allow this story to breathe, right, then these characters won't exist and they won't be relatable because they're just a drawing right now. So I just want to say I'm encouraged, man, and that is encouraging me in my own story as you speak. So I appreciate that you said that.
Yeah, that was just one of the things that that's one of the things in particularly in our space that I saw that was like, so Shiva, my main thing is reviewing books. I just like to put it on the cover and I'm like, where is this character? And that definitely has like an impact on perception, because it's like you seeing all these characters, but where's a book?
Yeah.
We want to give them, some little sweet. We want them to have that meat to it too. We gotta have style and substance.
Oh man, I'm getting exposed out here. I gotta get off this podcast. You guys are exposing me, but I gotta be careful, man. Gotta be careful now.
So, like, anyone just add anything in particular? Well, I mean, you are the one who created all the intercession characters, because a lot of the character designs, like Ken's designs, literally, I sent like, as I say, each character had like a 15-page document on the backstory and stuff and this proposed design, and for each one Ken got it and I was like, bro, this is cool, but hear this, and then it was far beyond what my thought could have ever been.
Well, that's the funny thing, sometimes when God's just on something, you're like, nah, this is, because when you first, I'll give you my first thought, right? When you sent me that document and I was looking through your scripts and stuff, I was like, oh no, what did I sign up for? This fool's tripping. He's like so intricate, like there's GIFs, you know what I'm saying? There's like, he's got like hyperlink, like, listen, you got to remember, all my, for the most part, my collabs up to that point was like, having to chase dudes down to be like, bro, can you like finish this? You know what I'm saying? Like a complete 180. So I was like, oh, dang. But the thing is once I got into it, I was like, okay. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, it never felt daunting and never felt anything. I was like, this was all God. Like, this was what I needed in the season. This is what he been, and it just, so then when we're going through the characters and just hearing your feedback, on what we were doing, what I said, just little stuff. And I was like, hey, we would need them to be kind of a little uniform, but slightly different, kind of like Silverhawks and da-da-da. And you were like, yo, I'm picking up what you're putting down. And just the way things were just hitting, I was like, bro, this is all God. Like, I'm in.
Amen.
All God.
Never forget when we had that conversation of, so for the characters, are we going to go full X-Men spandex? And I'm like, no, we're not going to match them that well. They need to like
Christian X-Men.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's great. That's great. I love it.
No, for real, we had a lot of because I won't forget when the first character concept that I sent to Ken was Omega, because Omega was the only one I had fleshed out at the time. And when I sent it to Ken, I got a message back from Ken saying, "Wait, is this the only character you have? Because this is way too detailed for one." I'm like, "Oh no, I have 6. Budget just can't do all right now." And Ken was literally like,
it was amazing. Especially just like Justin was saying about the discipline, man. Like it was amazing. It's just those traits. You're like, all right, this is a brother who's really about this life, and there's not a lot of us, if we're being straight up, that are. And then to see, the other people that got brought into the project, it's the same story, just again and again, and we're still just getting started, really. It's wild. Like I said, oh god, bro.
Imani, I could probably ask you the same question too. What was your first reaction when you got a hold of the Intercession scripts and thing back in 2023?
Yeah, I kind of have a similar story to Ken. Like when you first showed me like the 100-page Word document, I was like, "Whoa, what? This is big. This is big." But it was so like detailed too. Like I've never seen. Like I thought I was kind of like OCD about Xavier. You're on a whole nother level when it comes to just like how organized you are with like making these characters and then how you relate it back to the Bible. It was just really inspiring at the same time. And I said, okay, Xavier, like we got to pray about this because this is big and I wanna see it succeed. And just also, I'm just a really big superhero fan as well. I mean, I might not be like as deep into it as some other people, but like I really love superheroes. So just to hear that you're making your own version, your own multiverse, essentially, that's like biblical inspired, it was just so cool to me. So I was just like, yeah, no, this is really cool. We got to pray about it. And it's just crazy to see how it's come from that to actually seeing these pinups of the characters, the comics, that like you have a full color panels now and more characters are being added to it. So it's just really amazing. And yeah, like everyone here has said, I just know that God's hand is just all over this project.
Yeah, trying to make me cry tonight now.
We're making him cry tonight. I'm calling it. He's gonna cry tonight. It's gonna happen.
That's dude strong. Yeah, no, it's just been, well, as we all said, it's just been awesome seeing it go from the 100-page document and now everything is like all the characters, all the personalities. I mean, like one of the most fulfilling things as a writer, because I can draw. I mean, I'll show you guys some of the Justin and I always have a crack at all my doodles. Justin would send me like something really intricate and I'll just get my writing pen on. I think I like it.
But it works. It worked. Listen, Xavier, it worked, okay? Don't shoot yourself down too quick. Those drawings, man, they put it all in perspective. I just gotta put it out there. Don't shoot yourself down too much. All right?
Yeah, no, sir.
Just to give you guys a little background, our kind of like enemies, all the series of Kedoshim Studios is rooted in a fictitious take of spiritual warfare. It's essentially set within prayer within the Kedoshim Studios universe kind of works as prayer does in real life, but when bringing the scriptures like the armor of God and the spiritual gifts to life. So it's essentially, in one of the documents, I use an example of that the Halo 5 opening trailer. I think I would put that up piece there. I think everyone has seen that, but it's essentially fictionalizing what happens in the spiritual realm when Christians pray and worship. It's fictitious. Not every time I close my eyes, I see myself as Kedosh and they're running through struggles and stuff.
I do.
It's crazy.
I'm glad Justin owned up there first, because I was about to be like, well,
I mean, look, I know I got my guy over at Ken. I mean, when I close my eyes, I don't know, I'm rocking this armor. I'm just saying, I draw it, so I'm just picturing it in my head. That's how it looks, but I'm just.
Hey, I said when we got started, this is like the Knights of the Round Table. I meant that.
He has his sword. He's just like off camera with a sword, just like waiting.
Yeah, that's a sword and a sword right there.
That's Ken right there. He's got a sword in his house. He got armor on. Ain't nobody gonna ask him what's going down.
If you stay ready, you gotta get ready.
Exactly. There you go. That's great.
Yeah, so that's essentially what the world building of Kedoshim Studios is within. Everyone has a spiritual gift. And one thing I want to stress with this series in particular is that intercession in particular isn't that the characters of intercession within the fictional world of Kedoshim are better Christians than anyone else. These are just the characters that are being spotlighted. Because from my personal notes and stuff, just within that talk of spiritual warfare is always, the things get really murky at times, where it talks about where you hear stuff like, well, you have to be like they don't use the terminology better Christian, but everyone else ends up feeling like far inferior when you hear that kind of spiritual warfare stories and all those kind of things. So within the world of intercession, it's just that these characters are just the ones that the story is spotlighted. So eventually when you get further along, you would see other non-main cast characters that essentially do the same thing that they do. Because the concept of intercession is directly based on intercessory prayer, taken directly from Ephesians 6:18, which you could I know you usually have your Bible there, I don't have mine there, and a recording I don't want to click off because it would throw off the screen. You could pull up that 6:18 on what it says on the Ephesians 6:18. I don't know who has their Bible name. I like whenever I mention the scripture you can just read it all.
Oh, I got mine right here. Hold on. Okay, throw that up there if you like. Hold on a sec. So is it just 18 that you want to read off?
Yeah, 6:18.
Okay. Okay. Praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, being watchful to this end with all perseverance and supplication for all the saints.
All the saints. And that isn't just set for like a special group of believers. That is all Christians. We are all called.
Got it.
The armor of God. We are all called to pick up the sword of the Spirit. Is not just for like the most holiest of us all. It is for all saints, to make intercession for all saints.